John, thank you very much for taking time for the Global Sports Job 60-second interview series. Please explain who you are and what you do.
My name's John Long. I'm Head of Executive Programmes at the International Cricket Council, based in Dubai. I head up the Executive Programmes team, which includes our marketing, but also a large number of different strategic projects that we undertake across a whole range of different areas.
And how did you get to that distinguished position?
I've been with the International Cricket Council for coming up to a decade, and before that I worked for a football organisation, and before that I was working with an internet company that worked with a number of other international federations.
Okay. And what advice would you give to individuals looking to get into your world?
I think everyone has a different journey. Speaking from personal experience, my journey was about volunteering and supporting organisations that needed help right from the age of 12 or 13, where I helped out the badminton coach and the tennis coach, and then I was 15, 16, me and a few teams set up a football team and a club, in fact, and sort of started to bring all that together. And so, throughout my career I've tried to do two things really: learn from other people and other experiences from other sports and take advantage of opportunities as and when they arise, but also learn academically and keep growing in that way as well. And I think if you do all of that, then you give yourself the best possible opportunity that you can have. I think you still also need a bit of luck, and that's the other thing. You have to be fortunate to get into what is a very tough and challenging industry.
What has been the highlight of your career, John?
I think the things that I tend to take great pleasure out of are the sort of enjoyment of others and the success of others. So, from working for an international federation, the highlights tend to be the major events we run, but also the impact that you see that the work you do has on the ground in the member countries around the world. And then, of course, at a more personal level, it's the people that you work with, and particularly those people that you recruit, and then you see them grow and move on to bigger and better things either within the ICC or within other organisations as well. And it's those sort of things that really stand out for me.
My last and favourite question is, what is your favourite interview question and why?
I always used to think that when you went into an interview as the interviewer, that you had to have a really fixed list of questions that you asked consistently to everyone else in exactly the same way. One thing I learned from a former Chief Executive, Malcolm Speed, was to start with a very, very open question about, tell us a bit about yourself, and really just for the first few minutes of an interview, just see where that really takes you, because what you find about that is you can draw out the passions that a person has and start to explore some quite unusual areas that perhaps wouldn't come up in a fixed set of questions. So you've got that back end of fixed questions, but I really like that way of getting into it. I think you can sometimes find out things that you otherwise wouldn't do so.
John, fantastic. I wish you all the best and thank you for your time.
Thanks very much.